Hey, this is Chris from Rocky Mouth Canyon, I think is what it is. Uh, this was supposed to be a scouting trip of the trail. If I don't know just how the trail is. I'm planning on climbing Rocky Mouth Canyon Peak, which actually is behind me. But you can't really see it from here. I guess you can see. I don't think this is it. It's probably behind to the left somewhere. The trail actually keeps going somewhere here, but I started hitting snow and I was just like really tired of snow over there. I was gonna climb just like over there. There's a stream. I think you can actually hear the stream. Actually, the stream's right there. I was really close, but there's really deep snow inside the wedge or whatever. So I just whatever. But yeah, no, good times. So yeah, Rocky Mouth Canyon Peak. Actually, kind of ironic. I got some. I didn't get them. I had some micro spikes at home, and I did not bring them on Blanche. I don't know if anyone watched my previous video. I brought them here. Pretty much zero snow. I mean, you can see a little bit right there, but it started literally right there. The entire trail all the way down was without snow. So the irony is jokes on me, I guess. I'm ready now, but the snow's not there. Really good weather though, just amazing weather. Actually, it was hot the first like 1,500 feet. I would actually say it was pretty hot. It's ridiculously just kind of like summer actually. I was looking for shade, looking forward to shade, and just it started kind of the cold started coming in from the snow caps probably like 2,000 feet and like really high, just like really high on the trail. So most of the trail was actually pretty hot, which actually kind of makes sense because it's exposed to the west, southwest, I guess ish. So it totally makes sense. But yeah, Lake Blanche was not pleasant actually on the way down. I slipped quite a lot. My shoes are terrible, so I slipped a lot and I made it down. But I don't know. I don't really like Lake Blanche that much, to be honest. The trail is just kind of just rocky, especially you don't really notice on the way up. On the way up is fine, it's fine, but on the way down, you can't really like even run. You have to just like keep stopping and like hopping over stones and stuff, and it's just kind of unpleasant, to be honest. The lake itself is a really cool area. I really like the lake. I really like sundial above the lake. Really awesome, but just really rocky on the way down. Every time I go there, I just get reminded of like I don't actually like this trail that much. Speaking of which, actually there were a couple of guys who were talking about it there. I think white pine and red pine are just way better. Like kind of like feel better scenery. I think, and they are much nicer to hike on. They're not very rocky. They're not very hot. Actually, they're really nice in the summer. Similar elevation climb. White pine's a little bit longer, I think, but it kind of feels the same. And yeah. Anyway, the sunset. Yeah, the sun. I'm catching some sun behind me. Um, really good stuff. Speaking of which, the reason why I went to Lake Blanche was actually hilarious. I went to the Overlook Mill B North, actually, to the Overlook, and actually I go a little bit beyond the Overlook, actually quite a bit beyond the Overlook. There's some rocks up there, like 2,000 feet up, kind of like we are starting to go towards Raymond a little bit. But anyway, I take off my shoes usually, and I take off my socks, and I have like flip-flops on the way down, and I forgot my socks at the trailhead, at the like the S-curve. Just I put them on a tree, and I usually don't put them on a tree, and of course I forgot them, so just like sitting on a branch somewhere. So the funny thing is I went there specifically to get my socks the next day, which I went on Mill B North on Wednesday, so I went back on Thursday, and I got my socks. They were there, so they survived just fine. And I was just like, what the heck? I'll just I actually have a coin and I flip it sometimes for like yes no decisions or A B decisions, or just like when I need to make a decision that doesn't mean anything. And I flipped the coin and it was between like the Beaver Lakes towards oh gosh, what is it called? The Twin Peaks, Twin Peaks Beaver Lakes or Lake Blanche, just basically like south. And Lake Blanche won, and there we go. So that's how I ended up there. Kind of a mistake, to be honest. I think, like I say, I don't enjoy hiking in the snow unless I have micro spikes, and even then it's just kind of like kind of unpleasant. But anyway, yeah, I did it. So yeah, just beautiful view here. I've talked for 5 minutes already. Wow. Let me turn around. I'm sitting on this rock actually, fighting. I met a couple of guys back there. There's a few other rocks, probably with a better view, but I just, whatever. A little bit further down there, they were smoking weed. And I was just like, I don't care, guys. I'm just passing by here and whatever. It's just because I don't. But just kind of a curiosity. They're like, yeah, quite the hike, huh? Um, Anyway, yeah, really cool stuff. Really good view. I bet the view is even better there if you're looking for the city. Actually, sometimes I look at the city, sometimes I look at the mountains. The snow is melting on the north side. The snow has melted on the south side, I guess. Yeah, southern exposed, whatever. I really like this area. Actually, I'm probably going to be back if everything is going well this summer for Lone Peak. I really like the granite rocks, and it's kind of like the granites with the pines, and it makes a really cool scenery. I think it's really beautiful. So yeah, yep, good stuff. All right, cool. I think I'm going somewhere on Monday, probably kind of shorter because, to be honest, I go folk dancing, Bulgarian folk dancing. So I went there today, and this is after the dancing, and I was just kind of like grinding pretty hard. The first like 1,500 feet were okay, and then it was just a grind all the way up. So I'm probably gonna take it a little bit easier on Monday. I hope the weather stays good. Not good for water, really good for hiking. Not good for skiing, I guess, either. But I don't ski yet, maybe. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, see you Monday. I'll probably do a shorter hike, maybe even like Millby North again. We'll see. Somewhere close to the valley because the canyons are not ready yet, I think, with the snowpack, and the ice needs to melt before I start going like really kind of higher. So I'm probably going to be looking somewhere for a hike somewhere off the valley here. All right, awesome. Yep, see you Monday.